Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I'm here to do our upcoming week forecast and energy check-in for the upcoming week, November 29th to December 5th. Oh my god, we're in December very soon, in just a few days. Time flies, it's the last month of the year already. And we just entered Sagittarius season that just started November 21st. And hopefully you all feel like there's a little bit of a breath of fresh air with Sagittarius season coming in. I love how Sagittarius season and Scorpio season are next to each other, because Scorpio season is the time when we really dig deep. We're really in the heart of autumn. We're really in the dark when the night is getting longer and the day is getting shorter. And we're really going within, energy-wise as well. And Scorpio invite us to go deeper into ourselves, to contemplate everything that's been going on this year so far in every different area of our lives. And maybe many of us really went within and think about a lot of things that's happening within our life or has been happening for the past 11 months, and doing some evaluation, reflection, thinking, contemplating, is there any area that we need change, readjustment? Are we starting from scratch again, or are we doing some tweak to improve or to change the current situation? And when we enter Sag season, the energy kind of shift and lift us up a little bit from Scorpio season. After all the time of going within, thinking, go deep in with ourselves. And with Sag season, Sagittarius really invite us to take action, to come out from the deep thought and stop wasting our time. It's time to take some action. And with that, Mercury also is in Sagittarius right now, and it's going to stay in Sagittarius until December 13th. So it's a very good time to really communicate what we want to with, anyone, after what we were thinking about during Scorpio season, to communicate about any thoughts we have within ourselves, any change we want in different areas of our lives, and even take some action. Sagittarius is, as we all know, is the bow and arrow. So it travels fast. So with Mercury in Sagittarius, is also a very fast moving energy, which we'll have to be mindful sometimes when we communicate. Watch out for slippery tongues. We might tend to get into argument or conflict or create tension, because Sagittarius is also known for being a little bit too blunt and a little bit impulsive and patient. So we gotta watch out for that as well. And this week we also have a very important event that's going to take place, is the solar eclipse in Sagittarius. That's going to happen on December 4th or maybe 3rd, depending where you are in the world. It's going to be the last eclipse that we experience from the Sagittarius and Gemini axis that we have been experiencing for the past 18 months. So we're wrapping up the lessons that these two signs bring in, and we will be moving forward when they start closing out the energy, and when we move into a new 18 months when the North and South Node move to Scorpio and Taurus. I'll be talking a little bit more about that on my Instagram. So I'll put the link below. Please follow me there. I share a lot more information about the current sky energy there as well. So I hope to see you there. So let's find out. All the cards has been shuffled and meditate with the intention. So let's see this upcoming week, November 25th, November 29th, December the 5th. Okay, we have 3 major arcana for this upcoming week. Powerful energy. And when major arcanas come into the reading, it says that there is sometimes a little less control for us, and the universe is stepping in to help us move through this energy. So I really like what I'm seeing right now, because Sagittarius is also one of the most spiritual sign. It likes it loves philosophy, and it likes to go into deep knowledge and expanding knowledge in the higher mind, in the philosophy and the spiritual world. So we actually see that energy playing within the cards too. Let's see. So I think for some of us, the Scorpio season really brought us to a space of really going within, to really look deep within ourselves in certain areas or all areas of our lives. There are things that we felt like we've been struggling with, maybe in certain areas of life, or maybe it is our mind actually. We're very busy contemplating something or some thoughts that's within us. Maybe something happened in certain areas of life. I mean, it's a general reading, so it's not going to be about every one of us. But take what's resonate and leave the other behind. For some of us, we really feel like we're at the end of the road, really. We're struggling, actually. You know, we've been thinking and contemplating about certain things in life. Maybe it is about work, certain relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be with a friend, with a parent, with coworker, or even just within ourselves. Struggling, trying to find solution, trying to understand, and trying to really to go within or to seek help. And we might really feel burnt out, tired, a little hopeless, because we can't seem to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And some of us might really got to the point where we feel like there's no hope left. But this is just what's been going on. And if that's still happening, I am seeing there is a change of fate, and maybe something that's really bothering you, something that you've been really struggling, you finally come to a point where you find a solution. You start to see the light of the end of the tunnel. Maybe there's some revelation. Maybe you talk to somebody that help you to see things from a different perspective. It might be you know, depending on your situation, you might want to see a therapist, maybe a healer, spiritual worker, or if it's regarding to your health or anything, you might want to see a doctor to get some insight, to get some tests, to find out what really is happening. But just seeking advice or information from another source, some professional, or you know, whatever it is, and you gain some knowledge to the situation that you've been struggling, and you see that there's actually solution, and you see that, hey, it's actually not the end of the world. There's actually solution to my problem. If it's something that's regarding to, you know, a conflict or argument with a lover, a friend, a parent, or whoever that is, you guys might come into a middle point. You guys might have a conversation to turn things around, or maybe it is you opening up to really share how you feel to the other person and try to see if you guys can come to some sort of middle ground, either to work on it or to call it off, whatever the situation you're in. If you're feeling that maybe if it's regarding to legal justice system, you start to hear back, and you will see your case being successful, or something that you've been fighting for. You might hear back with a positive news or something to continue with your situation. Just be mindful, maybe not to get too defensive if you hear something that you don't like or it's not something that you wish. Try to communicate clearly and not to just get defensive or be upset right from the get-go, because I can see maybe there might be some miscommunication there as well. So make sure whatever situation you're in, communicate clearly. Make sure you're not guessing or just judging or, you know, assuming anything. So I actually don't think it's such a bad reading. Like, I mean, you know, the past or the current energy might be tough, but there is solution. There is the light at the end of the tunnel. So whatever that you're going through right now in any area of your life that feels like that, just know that there is solution to your situation. You might not see it right away. You might still need to wait for a little bit, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, and maybe it is starting a whole new chapter. Maybe it is going back to the drawing board again to start anew and to think about the whole situation again. But either way, whether it is improving, readjusting, changing, or even restarting again, there's a positive outcome to your situation. So that's not bad. Let's see if we can get any additional message, advice from this other deck. November 29 to December 5th. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Wow, it's actually a lot. I thought it's just a couple, but turns out there's a lot. Anyway, we will take them and have a look. Oh, it resonates with the reading. That's why it came out and I took them. So here we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. So the first one we have release control, it flows right with the reading. Second card we have assess the situation. And then we have unleash your kindest self. And then we have embrace the flow of life. And the last card, go wild. True Sagittarius energy. So like I said before, whatever situation you've been going through, understand that sometimes we tend to hold on to control. We try to take control of the situation, but that is just not the way to go. It will backfire usually, and you know, we're human. It's hard, right? Our ego mind always want to be in control, but sometimes we just have to remember we cannot control everything in life. And when we feel like things are out of control, it is a very strong signal to ask us to take a step back. It is very important for us to step back, to release control, to just take a step back and reassess the situation, right? When you feel like it's no longer in your control, all you can do is to release it and to reassess if there's anything you can do. If you can, sometimes we might just have to surrender and let the universe take the wheel and see what happens. You know, sometimes rejection is just redirection. I know it's hard, believe me, we all been in this situation, but sometimes we just need to flow with the energy, flow with the situation, and see what happens. Be kind to yourself, you know. Don't make yourself feel burned out. Don't push yourself to the point where you feel so angry or upset or so emotional that you end up hurting yourself. It's very important for us to take care of ourselves and to just remember that sometimes there are things in life that we'll just have to let the universe take control and follow the flow and see what happens. Embrace it, whether it's good or bad. I always think that even though not everything feel good sometimes, but it is for our highest good. It's just that it's hard to see at that moment, but when we look back later on and connect the dots, we'll understand why certain things happen. So let's get one oracle card message for the collective. Oh, perfect. 52, mending. We also see two little child here, little fairies, trying to sew this little artwork back together. Sometimes we just need to remember that things take time. Sometimes we're so in a rush, we're in a hurry all the time. We don't want to wait. We want solution. We want change right away. It's hard for us to sit still, to wait, to regroup ourselves, because we're living in such a fast-paced world nowadays. We're constantly go, 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 and it's also the quickest way to make ourselves feel burnt out as well. So I want to read from the guidebook, the oracle message for you as well. The number 52 card, mending, forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal. The pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the argument that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. So, like I said, the cards really showed and connect the dots. Whatever situation that's causing you heartbreak, causing you pain and sadness, give yourself that time and space to take a step back. Release the control and to look at the bigger picture of your situation. Be kind to yourself, because when you're so deep in the emotions, it's hard for you to actually look at the whole situation and to heal, to make amends, to forgive. It depends which side of the story you're at. So I know it's hard, but sometimes all we can do is to just take a few deep breaths, step back, and regroup ourselves so that we can reassess our situation, the struggle, the pain, or whatever that's going on that's causing us the negative emotions or energy. Because if we can't process it, we won't be able to move forward. So I just want to pull one affirmation for us to work on this upcoming week. Let's see, what is the affirmation? I didn't even get to say it. What is the affirmation? Ooh, we got two. Ooh, this card are cheeky today. All right, so here we go. We have, I am ready to go big, rise up, and step into my power. And we have, I can expend time when I'm inspired. So to sum up the reading, I think these two affirmations are really nice to work for us to work with this week. No matter what kind of situation we're in right now that's causing all this pain, struggle, take a step back to reassess your situation, release control, take care of yourself, Give yourself a little break. That's when you can give love and space for yourself to regroup, and then you will find your solution. And maybe the little time off will actually allow you to get inspiration, solution from other things. Sometimes all we need is a little break, a little time out, a little me time for us to have that aha moment when we finally feel like we find the situation we see from a different perspective. We look at the bigger picture, and then we're finally able to readjust whatever it is. So I hope this reading helps. Feel free to come back after the week ends to see if the message resonates more or less. Feel free to comment. I would love to hear from you. So I'll see you here again next week. Thank you.